When people start learning a new language, they often hear a lot of advice. Some of it is helpful, but some is simply not true. In this video, I want to talk about what actually works when you learn a language and what doesn't. We'll go through several common misconceptions that many learners believe, and then I'll share strategies that help you make progress faster. If you've ever felt frustrated learning English, this video might help you understand why and what you can do differently. One of the most common myths about learning language is the idea that you can become fluent in just 30 days. While it's possible to learn basic phrases or improve certain skills quickly, true fluency takes much longer. Language learning involves vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, listening skills, and the ability to express complex ideas. All of these skills develop gradually through consistent practice. There are no real shortcuts, and expecting instant results can often lead to frustration. The truth is that language learning is a long-term process, but steady progress over time leads to real and lasting results. Some learners believe that homework is unnecessary or ineffective. However, practice outside of lessons is actually essential for learning. Homework helps reinforce that you studied during the lesson. It gives you the opportunity to review new vocabulary, practice grammar structures, and apply what you learned in a more independent way. Without regular practice, it becomes much harder for your brain to retain new information. Homework might not always feel exciting, but it plays an important role in strengthening your language skills. Another common belief is that you can simply surround yourself with English speakers and language will come natural to you, like a child learns their first language. However, adults and children learn language in very different ways. Children spend years immersed into the language and are constantly exposed to it in many different contexts. Adults often need more structure, more understanding of grammar, vocabulary, and sentence patterns. Simply hearing the language around you is definitely helpful, but usually it's not enough on its own. Most adult learners benefit from combining exposure with active learning and practice. Some people believe that teachers are unnecessary and everything can be learned independently. While self-study can be very useful, teacher provides something extremely valuable: guidance and feedback. Teachers can explain difficult concepts, correct mistakes, and help you avoid developing bad habits. They can also structure your learning and make sure you focus on most important areas. For many learners, having a teacher makes the learning process much more efficient. Learning something new often becomes more challenging as we get older, and language learning is no exception. Children's brains are highly flexible and designed to absorb new sounds, patterns, and structures. Adults, on the other hand, already have strong habits and language patterns from their first native language. Another reason is memory. When you learn new words or grammar rules but don't use them regularly, your brain tends to forget them. This is why many learners feel like they've been studying for years but still struggle to remember vocabulary or apply grammar rules in a conversation. Without repetition and practice, information simply doesn't stay in your long-term memory. So, what actually helps you learn faster? Let's have a look at the followings. One of the most important factors in language learning is having a clear plan. Instead of studying randomly, it helps to know what you're focusing on and why. For example, you might spend certain days practicing grammar, others improving listening, and others working on speaking. A structured plan helps you stay organized and ensures that you're developing all necessary skills. Setting a realistic goal is another key part of successful learning. Instead of aiming for unrealistic results like becoming fluent in a month, it's much more effective to set smaller, achievable goals. For example, you might focus on learning a certain number of words each week or improving your ability to hold a short conversation. Achieving these smaller goals keeps you motivated and builds confidence over time. A teacher can help you stay on the right track and avoid wasting time on ineffective methods. They can provide explanations, answer questions, and help you understand complex topics more clearly. Perhaps most importantly, a teacher can correct mistakes early and guide you toward better habits in speaking and writing. Using only one method is rarely enough for language learning. A balanced approach might include grammar books, watching videos, reading, speaking practice, and language learning apps. Each tool develops different skill, and together they create a more complete learning experience. Consistency is probably the most important factor of all. Learning a language is not about studying intensely for a short period of time. Instead, it's about regular practice over weeks, months, and years. Even short daily practice sessions can lead to significant improvement over time. Learning a language is a journey that takes time, patience, and right approach. Many popular ideas about learning language, like becoming fluent in 30 days or learning without any structure, are simply unrealistic. However, with a clear plan, realistic goals, consistent practice, and right combination of tools, real progress is absolutely possible. The most important thing is to stay patient, keep practicing, and remember that every small step moves you closer to fluency. In my next video, I'll show you several tools that can help you improve your English much more effectively. So, make sure to subscribe if you want more tips that make learning English easier.